Hello and welcome to your yoga flow. Today we're going to come through a flow all about our shoulders and our chest area. So we're going to begin today coming into child's pose. As always, I do recommend having a block handy just in case you need it. But coming into child's pose with our big toes together, our knees as wide as the mat, and we're going to sink the hips back, reaching the arms forward, bringing the forehead to the mat. And we're going to move in this child's pose a little bit. So rocking a little from side to side. Awakening the body, allowing it to move here. Then as you inhale, grounding down into the hands, lifting the hips and dropping, sinking the hips down to the mat, opening through the chest. Inhale, lift the hips, sinking them back towards child's pose. Inhale, round through the spine, coming forward, dropping the hips, opening through the chest. And exhale, sinking back down into child's pose. Moving with your breath here, so going as slow or as fast as feels good for you. And this time we're going to come forward and hold here. Really opening through that chest, and you might move a little from side to side, swaying the hips, looking towards the right shoulder, left shoulder. And then when you're ready, grounding down into the knees, lifting the hips, grounding down into those hands, tucking the toes and lifting the hips for downward dog. So first downward dog of the day, you might walk your dog a little bit, move your hips from side to side. Before bending the knees, finding length in the spine before straightening the legs a little. On your next inhale, we're going to roll forward, rounding through the spine, coming into plank pose. Then as you exhale, bend the knees, sending the hips back towards the heels, down dog. Inhale, rounding forward, coming through plank. Exhale, sending the hips up and back for down dog. Moving with your breath again. One more time, really rounding through that spine as you come forward. And exhale, lifting up and back for down dog. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands and step forward. Find your half lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet, reaching the arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Find your Tadasana, grounding down through the feet, lifting up through the legs, tailbone gently tucked under, shoulders down away from the ears, palms faced forward. As you inhale, reach those arms up overhead, and as you exhale, bend at the elbows and open through the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend and open. Now sweeping those hands down behind the back, clasping the hands, so they're coming to a clasp, sending that clasp and the fist down towards the mat as you open up through the chest. Lifting the chin, looking up towards the sky. Then bending the knees slightly, sending the chest forward, over the legs, sending that fist up towards the sky. Breathing here. Releasing the hands, bringing the hands down to the mat and stepping the right foot back. Open through the chest here at a low lunge. Now your knee can be lifted or lowered onto the mat, whatever feels good for you. Just work out what feels best. Open through the chest. Then ground that left hand down into the mat and open up towards the left side. So left fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling as you open here. Bringing the left hand down to the mat and stepping that left foot back. Coming through your plank. So you can be in high plank or lower the knees down here. Coming forward slightly over the wrists, bending at the elbows, lowering down halfway for chaturanga, then push through, opening up for cobra, and exhale back to down dog. Right leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, bringing the knee in towards the chest and stepping the foot forward between the hands. Again, you can be on that back toes or you can lower that knee to the mat. Whatever feels good for you. Now grounding down into that left hand, opening up towards the right side. Right fingertips up towards the sky. Breathing here. And placing that right hand down on the mat, opening up through the chest in your lunge. And grounding down into the hands and stepping that back foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower down. Ground down into the feet. Reaching those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Find that half lift. Then plant the hands and step the left foot back. Up on the fingertips here, open through the chest. Then plant the left hand down, open up to the right side. Right hand comes down, grounding down into that back foot, front foot, lifting up for high lunge. Shoulders down away from the ears here. Then sweeping the hands behind you, clasping at the fingertips, opening up through the chest, breathing here. Unclasping the hands, coming back down to the mat and stepping back for plank. Option to lower the knees and come through a chaturanga or coming through a full chaturanga. Lifting up into cobra, exhaling to down dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, knee towards nose and step the left foot forward. Opening up through your lunge. Then planting the right hand, opening up to the left side. Left hand comes down, grounding down into the back foot and into the front foot as you lift up for high lunge. Sweeping the hands behind you, clasping the other pinky on the bottom, opening up the chest as you clasp the hands. Releasing the hands to the mat and stepping that back foot forward. Half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet, reaching those arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Find your half lift and then plant the hands and step that right foot back. Opening up for your low lunge. Then plant the right hand, open up to the left side. Hand circles down to the mat, lifting up for your lunge. Clasping the hands behind the back, opening the chest. And exhale, bringing the left shoulder to the left inner knee. Lifting up on an inhale. Unclasping the hands, dropping that back foot, opening up to warrior two. Turn that front palm face up, reverse your warrior. Lifting up on an inhale. Straightening through that front leg, sending the hips to the back of the mat, reaching that arm forward. Triangle pose. Breathing here. Encircling that top arm down to the mat, bending into that front leg and stepping back through plank. Come through your chaturanga, into your cobra and back to your down dog. Right leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, step it between the hands. Open through the chest and low lunge. Ground down into the left hand, open up to the right side. Hand comes down to the mat, lifting up for your high lunge. Sweeping the hands behind you, other pinky on the bottom, opening up the chest. And exhale, right shoulder towards the right inner knee. Inhale, lifts you up. Dropping that back foot, opening to warrior two. Front palm faces up, reverse your warrior. Inhale brings you through center, straightening that front leg, sending the hips to the back of the mat, reaching that right arm forward, triangle pose. Sweeping that left arm down to the mat, bending into the front knee, stepping that back foot forward. Half lift. Exhale, lower. Ground down into the feet. Reaching those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach you up. Exhale, lowers you down. Half lift on an inhale. Then plant the hands, step the left foot back. Low lunge, open through the chest. Left hand down, open to the right side. Right hand down to the mat, lifting up, high lunge. Sweeping the hands behind you, taking your clasp, opening up, right shoulder, right knee. Inhale, lifts you up, dropping that back foot, warrior two. Right palm faces up, reverse your warrior. Inhale, lifts you up, straightening through that front leg, triangle pose. Now grounding down into that right foot, and we're going to either take your block or you don't need your block if you don't want to use it. We're going to come into half moon. So grounding down into the right foot, we're going to step up, taking the block out in front of you. So your hand is under your shoulder, lifting that left leg, opening up for half moon. So you can either have your block here or you can have your fingertips on the ground, whatever feels good for you here. And if you fall out of it, know that's okay, just come back into it. And then releasing the hand off the back or the block and stepping back into warrior two. Circling the hands down to the mat, step that right foot back, plank pose. Come through your chaturanga, into your cobra, exhale back to down dog. Left leg lifts on the inhale, exhale, step it forward. Low lunge, open through the chest. Right hand comes down, opening up to the left side. Left hand comes down, lifting up for your high lunge. Sweeping the hands behind you, clasping the hands behind the back, opening the chest, left shoulder, left inner knee. Inhale lifts you up, dropping that back foot, warrior two. Front palm faces up, reverse your warrior. Inhale lifts you up, straightening through that front leg, sending the hips to the back of the mat. Triangle pose. Now grounding down into that front foot, bending into the knee, and we're going to step that back foot forward, bringing the left hand out underneath the left shoulder, half moon. You can take your block or your hand to the floor. Lifting that right leg up in line with the hips, opening up to the side of the mat. Then lowering back into your warrior two. Circling the hands down to the mat, stepping back through plank. Come through your chaturanga, into your cobra, back to your down dog. Lower the knees, bringing the big toes together, knees as wide as the mat, back to your child's pose. And walking the hands back towards the knees, coming up to sit. And we're going to extend the legs out long here, lengthening up through the spine, then bending the right knee, taking the right foot and crossing it over the left leg, lengthening up tall here, taking the left hand, wrapping it around that right leg, right hand behind you in a twist. And coming back through center on an inhale, uncrossing the leg, extending it long, left leg bends, crossing it over the right, lengthening up tall through the spine, wrapping the right arm around, left hand behind, and a twist. I don't know about you, but I love the feeling of the sun on my face. It's not so good for my eyes looking at the camera today, but definitely feels good. Turning back towards the legs, uncrossing the feet, Bringing the soles of the feet onto the mat. Taking your hands behind you and moving your hips forward ever so slightly so you can lengthen up, bringing the arms out in front of you and lower down onto your back. When you arrive here, just allowing the body to settle before bringing the knees in towards the chest. Holding those hands and wrapping them around the knees, maybe rocking a little side to side. Before taking one hand to each knee, bringing the knees in towards the underarms, sending the feet up towards the sky, and taking the hands and clasping them around the pinky toe sides of the feet. Happy baby. Now you can stay in stillness here, or you might rock a little side to side, finding some movement, but just allowing those shoulders to drop away from the ears as you breathe here. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest, wrapping them up one final time before lengthening the legs out long. Allowing the feet to just drop open here. Arms come down beside you, palms faced up. And just relaxing and letting go in your Shavasana. Beginning to lengthen the inhales and the exhales, taking some gentle movements through the fingers and toes. Allow that movement to get a little bigger through the wrists and the ankles. Before stretching the arms overhead, taking a full body stretch. Before bending the knees and rolling to the side. Pausing for a moment to find space for gratitude for something that's happened today, for yourself, for taking this time for you. And then when you're ready, coming up to sit. You can keep your eyes closed as you come up, or you can open them, whatever feels best for you. And then together, let's take one final breath in, reaching the arms up overhead, and exhale, bringing the hands down in front of the heart. Taking a breath here, and then bringing the hands to the forehead. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this chest opening class and that you are able to open up into this space, that you're feeling a little bit more freer in this area. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you liked this class, then you know what to do. Hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see when videos drop, then hit the notification bell. I will see you next time. Bye.